Welcome back, or welcome to my channel. I'm Kirsty and this is Judiga with Kirsty. So today we're going to be concentrating on improving the squat. So if you want to have a squat like this, nice and low, good posture, then you need to follow along right away. So first we're going to start off in a low lunge. So with a squat position, there's two aspects to it. You have your joint mobility and you have your ankle mobility. These two need to be mobile and flexible to be able to get into a good squat. So we're going to start with the hips. So nice low lunge position, hips facing forward, front leg at a 90 degree angle. And we're just going to hold this for 2 minutes. I always say minimum 2. If you can hold it for anywhere between 2 or 4, you're going to see good results. So next thing, breathe in. So making sure you breathe when you're in the stretch. So breathe through your nose. And then each time you want to get that little bit further, you exhale. So when we really come halfway now, I want you to try and go a little bit further with your legs, so you've got more of a lunge going on. So for now, we're just going to stay in here, keep a nice posture. And again, if you need a bit of an extra stretch, you can squeeze that left glute and you will feel your hip flexor firing up. So that's halfway now. So hold it now, nice deep breath. And I'm going to come in a little bit deeper with that stretch. So keeping nice deep breaths. Holding the position. Each time trying to get a little bit further. When you relax into that position, go a little bit further again. So that's 1.5 minutes gone. And then we're going to go and do the other leg. Remember to breathe through your nose and out through your nose. This is really going to help with that range here in your hip. And if you do this a few times a week, you'll definitely see improvements in your squat, especially if it's your hip joint that's affecting it. Okay, now we're going to move on to the other leg. So bring in our left foot forward or whatever opposite leg we had. And we're going to do the same thing. So hips forward, bending into that front leg, on the back of your knee. And we're just going to keep our hips forward, bringing our hips forward. And again, breathing into it. Each breath out, try and get that little bit further. Deep breath through your nose and out through your nose. Again, if you want a bit of an extra stretch in your hip, you can squeeze your right glute if your left foot is forward. So just try and get comfortable in this position. Breathe into it. And again, each time, try and get a little bit further. So by bringing your front foot a little bit in front again, you get more of a lunge, which means more of a stretch. So deep breaths, that's over halfway now, so keep it there. Deep breaths. Shoulders back, chest up, hips forward. Let's find a little bit more space now in that lunge, bringing your foot forward slightly. Hips come forward. Okay, just 30 seconds more in this position. Hello, mate. Okay, last 10 seconds. So let's go a little bit further for the last little bit. Deep breath. Go as far as you can, really push it, but not too much. And then 3, 2, 1, and then relax. Oh. So just with your knees now, just go side to side, because it can be quite a lot being in that position for 2 minutes on your hips. But trust me, it will get you squatting very well in no time. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is we're going to give our hips a little bit of a rest. We're going to go on to our ankles. So, with our ankles, in the way, we're just going to come back into that lunge, and we're just going to bring this foot, the left foot forward slightly, so you can be able to get your chest over your knee. And we're just going to hold this position. So key factors with this, keeping our foot flat. So don't come up on your toe. You want to keep it nice and flat, and you want to try and get your knee over your toe as much as you can. When you're in the position that's quite comfortable, you can hold it for 2 minutes. We're just going to stay here, putting pressure on our knee with our chest. Or you can get sit up a bit more straight and just put pressure with your hands on that quad. So here you can either lean forwards or upright, just putting pressure. So we're going to do the same thing, breathing into it. On the exhale, put a bit more pressure, and then inhale, take it off, and just play around with that. And when you feel it's quite comfortable, go that little bit more again. So again, holding this for 2 minutes, really trying to open up this flexibility here, trying to get more range in this movement. As when we squat, we should be able to get our knees over our toes to get that full range. So doing this is going to help the mechanisms. We get used to having our knee over our toes, and then eventually we'll just be squatting ass to grass in no time. Okay, so that's nearly 2 minutes now, so just hold it for a little bit longer. Deep breath through your nose, out through your nose. Keep putting that pressure on your joint. If it's too much, you can just sit back and then go again. If it's too much for you, sit back and just keep doing that for the 2 minutes. If just holding it is too much. So you see I'm coming up with it and then going back down. Coming up on the inhale and then down on the exhale. So just try that out. And then slowly come out of it, and we're going to swap sides. So left foot forwards and exactly the same thing. So lean into that lunge, trying to get your knee over your toe while keeping your heel and your toes on the floor. And we're just going to lean forwards or put pressure on our quad to push down. And again, we're just going to hold this for 2 minutes. Deep breath through your nose and out through your nose. Remember, you can come up and then go back down again if it gets too much at any time. So just come up and then come down. Hello. Hello, hello. Clyde will be taking us through our next session, so subscribe to see that. Also, he smells so good. Apparently it's perfume. Yes. He smells better than me, I swear. Oh, so good. Okay, so keep it there. Keeping that heel on the floor, remember to breathe. And then last few seconds here. So again, if it's too much, just come up and then go back down, come up and then go back down. Hello buddy, hello buddy. And then slowly come out. And we're just going to come into a downward dog and just pedal our feet up. And then that is that. So I'm just going to do those two exercises as I feel like they're the two best ones to improve your squat. They're easy, you can do them at home. And if you just carry on doing this follow along, maybe a couple of times a week, trust me, you'll definitely see improvements in your hip mobility and your ankle mobility, and you'll find that that squat is going to be a lot easier to get into. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more videos like this. Have a lovely day. Woo!